Welcome.
Welcome
to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. And you'll notice we're back in the cozy confines of the studio.
That's right. We're in our nest.
It's actually kind of a nice thing because we're going to stick with this remote stuff until we get it nailed.
That's right.
All right.
That's
but it
right.
seems like we've just had these little
glitches.
Yeah.
Little
all right.
glitches.
Start off the top of the news. There was a small grass fire earlier today. A couple miles below Angels Camp, 10 acres. They jumped on it. They got it knocked down. No harm, no foul. Move on.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, and I think with the weather system coming in, it'd be nice if we could get a little bit of drip that doesn't involve lightning. Would kind of shorten this
It'd be kind of nice. Yeah.
Season up.
It'd make us all feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
So Sarah, what do you got exciting over there?
I have a retraction.
Ooh, a retraction.
Oh,
so that means people were actually watching?
People were actually watching, so that I know to retract this. Apparently, I led our viewers, to believe that Tuesday was Tom Mitchell, outgoing CAO, Tom Mitchell's last day. It was actually his last board meeting.
In some ways, it was a little bit of a semantic error.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. His last day is actually the 29th of September.
Yeah.
So he'll be around until then if you need to talk to him or go in and tell him what a great job he's done and have a wonderful time. And it's Mendocino County he's going to.
Mendocino County.
Yes, out there by the coast.
Yeah. If you've been watching it on Channel 9 or if you've gone to our site, thepinetree.net. This footage, this will be classic Board of Supervisors footage.
Yes, it will.
Because this is one of the last ones where you'll see Mr. Mitchell occupying the distinguished CAO chair.
That is right. Absolutely. So let's watch this historic moment.
And what we're looking at here...
Actually, this is not the historic moment.
This is our CAO's last meeting. I'm going to call him from now on. His nickname is Mendocino Mitchell. Okay? He's got a cell phone from about 3 different venues in each of 3 different pockets. So on his parting, he has 2 pages here. We have addendums here just to kind of rub it in, I guess.
And what they're referring to is, we'll watch this for a couple minutes because basically this is where they had a closed session before the meeting yesterday.
Yes.
And they announced who the interims are, which we talked about last night, but we thought we'd like to...
Closed session was held pursuant to Government Code Section 54957, conference with legal counsel, public employee complaints or charges resulting in no
Riveting.
action taken. Also, the board counsel closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 54957.
Supervisor Chair Bill Claudino. If you haven't watched any of these videos, he's right there. Supervisor Walensky was absent yesterday. And they're talking about the closed session results.
Yes. And also, Michael Miller is the new interim Public Works Director.
Government Code Section 54956.9b2, conference with legal counsel, deciding whether or not basis exists for anticipated litigation, 1 case, resulting in no action taken.
See, if you haven't been to these meetings, they basically tell you that nothing happened.
That's right. Nothing happened
in these closed sessions.
Onto it. But it makes you wonder what they're really doing in closed session. It's kind of like the teacher's break room at school. When your students kind of go, what's going on in the teacher's break room?
There are several addendums to today's agenda as follows. Item 8A will be discussion and possible action regarding the minute order authorizing administrative office staff assignment for animal services facility.
Scintillating.
An interim public works director and also an interim. And during the closed session this morning.
Here we go.
Yes. We've already taken care of.
During the closed session this morning.
The closed session item.
Here we go. This is it.
Which was 10A.
Get ready.
Here we go.
During the closed session this morning, I'm happy to report out that we have accepted the application, appointed an interim public works director and also an interim county administrative officer. So this morning we voted. Actually, Supervisor Walensky is not here today, so it was a 4-0-1 absent vote to appoint Mr. Michael Miller, not to be confused with Tom's assistant. Michael Miller as the interim public works director. Mr. Miller has a very impressive resume. He is a current resident of Calaveras County. He
That's
will
always a
be
bonus.
starting on
Thank you,
October
lives in Arnold.
15th
No
in
relocation
about
costs.
Yes.
2 or 3 weeks.
Very nice.
And we're happy to have him aboard. He is, as they say, Michael Miller is not the Mike Miller that already works in admin. Somebody suggested we tell you that we offered him the job and he declined. It was too much money, so he's trying to play a little key here. Mr. Miller comes from a long background in public works administration, both in the city of Palo Alto and the city of Livermore, and we're happy to have him come on board. And there will be a press release issued later regarding that appointment. In addition to that, we have made an appointment.
We were
of
supposed to
another
get that press
Calaveras
release
County
today. They
resident
called and said they were going to be
to
sending
be
it.
interim
We haven't had
county
it yet, so
administrative
we'll
officer.
probably have
The
it
name
tomorrow.
is familiar to a lot of people,
Wait,
Mr. Brent
there is
Harrington.
Brent Harrington.
And so he will be taking over as interim for a few months.
Yep.
And by the way, that was also a 4-0-1 absent vote of the board. And he will be transitioning with Tom Mitchell, and his starting date will be October 1st of this year.
There we go.
There we go.
So in addition to that, we have
And like we said on Tuesday night, Brent Harrington is no stranger to the county,
Nope.
having sat in the CAO position for many years, not too long ago.
Not too long ago.
And ironically enough, Tom Mitchell technically filled the CAO spot after Brent Harrington
So
left.
we are taking a page from national politics,
Yes.
right? So it'll be Harrington, Mitchell, Harrington, kind of like Clinton, Bush, Clinton.
Maybe.
No.
Whoa, we'll see.
Just a, just a
Although
thought.
apparently the African American caucus has backed Obama.
Good.
Democratic
How
caucus.
could they not?
Well, a couple of them have defected though and have backed Hillary.
Okay. All
So
right.
this is sort of interesting, but that's national news.
All
We're
right.
still on
Touch
the
the big
locals.
thing coming in is if you've stepped outside today,
It's cooler.
it's cold. If you look like,
It's a little
wait a
chilly
minute,
out there.
it feels,
like
now.
fall.
This is the latest Sacramento radar images coming from the National Weather Service, and you'll see all kinds of activity. Lots of activity. Right now it is to the north of us, so you figure. See, I need to do my weather, my little
Yes.
blue screen here. Here we go. Yes, and here we are. No, here is Stockton right in here. So basically, where we are here, all the weather activity
Yeah.
is currently north of us.
And it's moving south, isn't it?
Yes, it's coming, kind of settling in.
And the
So,
little blue bits are rain. Are those rain? Do you
Excuse me?
know what the little blue
the
bits
little
are?
blue bits are percentage of precipitation. So we're looking
Okay.
at, the yellow's really heavy, blue's lighter, orange
green.
is really a lot.
Sort of
so-
looks like modern art
Yeah. So let's just refresh the page and see if anything is
has changed.
moved. Then we'll move away from weather.
Okay.
All right, we're waiting. Here we go.
Well,
Here it is. Here comes the colors.
weather.
Here comes the
Weather,
colors.
weather.
Do 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 do. No, about the same.
Yeah,
So,
that's it.
the weather system right now is north of us, and it looks like it's heading our direction. So, if we are looking at, we'll do our weather first tonight, just because I think it's
Okay,
kind of
we're
on the
doing
top
weather.
of on the top of people's minds
Do
a
I
little
need to
bit.
go to weather?
Let's do it. Let's do weather first.
Usually
All right.
I'm a little more prepared. for
I know.
weather.
I threw this. I threw
Yes,
this at her
this is
here.
just-
All right. So
yes.
if you're looking for Arnold, 50% chance of thunderstorms tonight, 40% chance of showers tomorrow, 20% Thursday night, 20% on Friday, a 40% Friday night, and unfortunately a 40% chance on Saturday.
Okay.
And because they're going to have the concourse on Saturday, so
And
there
they're
would
having
be
the jousting on Saturday
jousting
too.
on Saturday as well, and also they're trying to get all these grapes out of the field,
Out of the field
because they don't
before
like
it
them to get
rains.
soggy. So that's
Absolutely.
going to be fairly chaotic.
I think you have to do the weather by yourself. My machine is
Oh
acting up.
no! Oh no! Your virtual memory limits are
That's right.
being
Expanded.
reached. Yes. All
Right.
right. So let's look at, and this is the first time in a few months. If you look at the Bear Valley,
Oh yes.
this is it. This is it. This is the first time. Hopefully this is a portent of things to come.
That's right.
If you'll see right here, we have 70% chance of rain and snow, low of 37 degrees, 40% chance of snow tomorrow with a high of 47. So, slight chance, 40% chance of a little bit of snow on Saturday. So, it may be our first
of the
glimpse
season.
of white stuff.
This is early, too.
Yeah.
This is very early.
And we've heard some really scientific, empirical data over the last couple of weeks. Things like they're storing the squirrels are storing acorns like mad. All this really kind of like old farmers.
The Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah. Type of information. So Murphy's, if you slide down the hill, it looks similar stuff, only less snow, more rain. So that's it. It's going to be cold.
Yes.
And even down to Angels Camp, you're looking at a low of 50, high of 66 tomorrow, high of 67, high of 71 on Saturday. But we are looking at some chances of showers.
So you need to find your umbrellas and don't let that stop you from going out and doing the
Yes,
outdoor
go out and have a
activities
good
this
time.
weekend.
And I guess a little bit of catch up on. Should we do a little bit of? Did you have anything you wanted to before I go into this, or?
We can go into this first, and then I'll
Now,
talk about
if you want to watch a little bit, if you weren't able to make it out to the byway stuff this last weekend, and you'd like to catch up a little bit, we've posted a few clips. Now these are from Markleyville, Arnold, Hermit Valley, and we'll just play a little tiny bit of it here for you.
Now, is that you? Oh my goodness! Make that a big shot.
And here is some vaguely familiar-looking guy. See, this was at the Arnold one. Now, this is the booth for the
reporter in action.
Yes, this is the booth.
John Hamilton out there.
This was the booth for the Ebbets Pass Logging Museum. We're doing the crosscut saw. And there's booths from. Well, I was joking with Mark. He's from the board, and they asked me if he wanted to cut off a slice. He decided he didn't want to. I was Snack. Snack had a booth out there. The Sierra Nevada Adventure Company, Ebbets Pass Forest Watch had a booth there. Dick James had a lot of his photographs out there, and this was right there in front of Serafina's. Ken Jones had the time machine out there as well. And yes, here we have some more small mother and daughter doing the crosscut saw routine.
What was she doing? Oh,
she's oiling it, yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, it didn't help much, did it?
Now this is up at Bear Valley. Whoa, we'll turn that down a little bit. That's up at Bear Valley. There's Paul Moeller. He was out chronicling all the events.
Absolutely.
Blue Shoes is on the truck. And Bear Valley had complimentary hot dogs and lunch. Very nice spread. And it was the venue seemed fairly full. People rolling through them.
Wow.
So then they had free massage. Bear Valley Real Estate was out there. You had other little spiffy things.
Very nice.
And we'll wait for one more little clip here to roll around. Let's see. Let's go one forward. This is Alpine, Lake Alpine. They had the big
the carved bears.
Carved bears out there. Live band. Stop and get your stamps from Miles Tucker for the Bears. And this is one. Where's our Hermit Valley one? Here we go. Let's see if we can catch Lonnie Allison. And they had a band there as well. Very nice event. They had live music at Dorrington Hotel, Camp Connell. It was basically a musical feast. All right, let's back up here for a little tiny bit. Now, this is Lonnie Allison.
This is Rick from the
and this is Artifacts.
Lonnie's going to tell us a little bit of what's on this table here. What's on this table here, Lonnie?
This is the stuff from Hermit Valley when it used to be developed from the post office, from the hotel, various different. He had photos from one of the chimneys from one of the stores.
Oh wow! I didn't realize they had all that in here.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow.
Okay, nails from the original establishment.
Now this shot, like this shot here, is that
This is scintillating TV, isn't it? But Lonnie Allison, for those of you who don't know, is the Forest Service historian extraordinaire of the area. He and Susie Lewis do a lot of stuff, kind of chronicling our past.
Didn't they do the museum at Bear Valley? The little museum up there?
Susie Lewis did, and she's actually a Shimkey, so her roots go back deep, deep, deep into the area. Now let's move on. This is in Markleyville. There is the Alpine Trio is playing music in the background there. Now over here to the right, which we thought was kind of fascinating, is they have a working rock crusher.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is good stuff. See, here we go.
Look at that.
The old one-lunger, and this is where they.
They bring the rocks up.
Well, the rocks, there's a chute and stuff that's supposed to come in and drop, because there's actually not dropping any rocks. But the battering rams, they have them running. They're on our, so it keeps dropping, bang, bang, bang there. The rocks would feed underneath there. These are all the rock crushers. So you just felt like you were
So why would they crush the rocks?
for the ore,
Okay.
so they could get the gold or
So they
silver
could
out.
get the gold or silver out.
Yeah, it wasn't just for the fun of it.
I don't know. That looks like a contraption that men would they're like...
Just for
they-
kids?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They turn into little boys again, and they do that just for the fun of it. So,
And speaking of kicks for kids, tonight is the Visitors Bureau is going to
is
Miller
at
Rosa.
Miller Rosa tonight. Absolutely. And Miller Rosa does a star for a day, which you can go and you can be a Western star for a day. They script it, they film it, they dress you up in Western wear, and you just go out there and you just
Have you asked them how the
shoot 'em up.
progress is doing on their movie?
I have not, but my understanding is that they are bipping along.
Good. Now, also on a little bit of a note on things out and about. Now, you have you're going to be interviewing Dave Cox, Senator Dave Cox,
I will
tomorrow, aren't
tomorrow. Yes, after actually he's speaking at the Chamber of Commerce.
The Chamber
at their
of Commerce
quarterly
luncheon?
business luncheon at Camp's Restaurant in Angels Camp, and Sheriff Dennis Downham will be there too, and I'll be interviewing him as well. But this will be tomorrow, and 11:30 check-in with 12 p.m. lunch, and he'll be talking about apparently a smattering of state issues.
A smattering.
A smattering, and
Wow.
then he'll come on over to the studio and
And redo the same
redo
smattering.
the same smattering.
There we
with
go,
me.
but only on tape,
Yes,
right?
exactly, exactly. For inside view, and then I'll interview the sheriff right afterwards.
Great.
So they'll be like just moving along through the county.
Super. Also, one little tiny piece of clip that we thought this was worth its own little separate thing. For we talked about a little bit about this. One of the booths up there was for the McCullamy Coast to Crest Trail. And this is one of the things where we
Which we
spoke with
mentioned
Phil
on
Schwartzel.
Tuesday.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
mentioned it for Phil. But this is a bit of video where he was talking about their project. So we thought it runs about 2 minutes, so we won't, inflict too much of it on you.
Too
But,
much pain.
yeah.
Actually, it's
And-
not painful. It's interesting.
Oops, here we go. All right. And there's this you see this guy looks vaguely familiar, kind of like the guy that's, well,
Can you hear him? Okay.
yeah, not sure. It's going to go from the San Francisco Bay Area all the way up to the Crest Trail. So, too much music and not enough fill.
Okay.
Right? Too much music and not enough
Not
fill.
enough fill.
But this does show where the crest of the trail is. About 100 miles in use now.
Yeah.
MC2CT.org.
For more information.
MC2C, the numeral 2, CT.org, if you'd like more information on it.
How did they come up with that domain name? Did you ask him that?
That's pretty good, huh?
Well, nobody would guess that, though.
No, but it's
Would they?
short.
It's
So it's
short.
one of those things where you're like,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
And the Community Foundation has awarded some grants.
Some grants. And who are
Yes.
those recipients of those grants, pray tell?
The Calaveras Community Foundation, Investing in Our Community.
There we go.
Is what their little trademark is. They have actually awarded grants, more than
See, we'll
175,000.
mic her here.
Yes,
There we go, yes.
more than 175,000 in grants and scholarships to more than 60 civic groups since 2001. So that's quite a while. But this year they have granted money to the Calaveras Youth Mentoring
She's a little
Program.
under the weather, so she's
I
not,
am. That's why
yes.
I'm not talking very
She's
loudly.
not the vocal powerhouse of...
that I normally would be. Anyway, the Calaveras Youth Mentoring Program 5-year reunion and celebration in January 2008. That money will be for National Mentoring Month. Also, Smile Keepers, Calaveras Children's Dental Project has received money. Mountain Ranch Community School for their 3rd annual Natural High Day, which will take place on October 26th. And also the Calaveras High Band Boosters. It's
The
for new-
boosters.
for new equipment and uniform accessories and those types of things.
Great.
So that should be very cool.
And isn't Brent Harrington on the board of that?
Yes,
I
look at
believe
that.
so. So he's just, you know...
He's just everywhere. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Everywhere.
And one of the things coming up this weekend that we want to try to mention a little bit every day, and this is a benefit for the 4-H,
Yes.
groups, and this is a huge, and this is, in some ways, what we've heard is this is one of the events that Ironstone was actually designed around. You know, because
Yes.
you know, so they can actually have the concourse there and position the cars for display, as opposed to a pure terraced
Yes.
amphitheater. So
That's why when you go and see a concert there, it's not set up like a regular, just like you said, a terraced amphitheater.
Well, it's
flat.
multi-use.
It's multi-use. So they come and park the cars on there.
yeah, so. And if you are so inclined and you'd like to see how last year's event was, we have probably 40 minutes of video or whatever up on the site. And this is the awards ceremony. You can watch the entire awards ceremony.
And you'll be there
And
again
this
on
is Stu
Saturday?
Laidlaw before, yes, we'll be there again on Saturday, getting his trophies from Mrs. Couts and the 4-Hers. I think they got chocolate chip cookies last year.
Well, that sounds good to me.
I know.
Sounds like a good award to me.
Here we go. And he's driving on out.
Sounds like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
It does. I think it's a 1901. That thing
Look
was
at that
old.
crowd. The crowd gets
There was a
bigger
lot of
for this
people.
every single
Yeah.
year. It gets bigger and bigger. And isn't it the biggest concourse in Northern California now?
With the exception of Pebble, I believe.
Yes.
And somebody correct us if we're wrong, but I believe with the exception of
Pebble Beach.
obviously Pebble,
Yeah.
which is the granddad. And James Dean's car will be there.
Oh, okay.
See, there's just all kinds of cars. Oh, there's one that's cute. Here, let's see an old Gullwing Mercedes.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Ferraris, ice cream trucks.
Very nice.
And then towards the end here, motorcycles. Where's the one? This one I thought was fun. Where is it? Oh, this is the Grand National winner. There's, all right,
What kind of car is that?
67 Apollo something.
Wow.
All right, I was trying to find one where they have this little tiny little BMW that people climb out of. It's like it's
Oh,
a
wow.
it's like a
like a clown
three-wheeled, yeah, like a toy car. All right, there's lots of stuff there. So if you want to go to thepinetree.net, click on the stuff on the Ironstones concourse. There's a lot there.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. What else happened in the world?
What else happened in the world? This was sort of an interesting one. Apparently, a study was done of English people and their
This is,
attitude.
yeah. This
and
is
their,
funny.
excuse me, attitudes towards exercise. And apparently the study revealed that 6 out of 10 English people would rather die than exercise.
Would rather die.
Would rather die. than get out there and exercise.
So they probably
they invest a lot in cellulite cream, I'm sure. And
that's
other
not a visual I wanted to.
No.
Yeah, that's
and
not
other,
yeah.
fat busting creams.
And also, I know all of you, if you've been hiding under a rock today, you probably were unaware that OJ was released on bail.
Yes.
So
he was.
OJ made bail, and he's on his way back to Miami. And I think he's actually taking a plane and not a Bronco. But that, bidding, ting. Okay, never mind. And Dan Rather is suing CBS for $70 million.
Yep.
Over how they were handled.
How they handled the whole situation with him vacating his post.
Yeah. All right. And other little things on other little clips around the news. There was an interesting thing where a lot of this is really, on the Obama stuff, and this is it's a tough thing. I mean, because think about it. I mean, he has an axe. I mean, he has a thing now where he has to make sure that he's quote unquote black enough for his constituents, right? I mean, it's really a horrible.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, why does it come down to that? Shouldn't it be about the issues and about the person?
Right.
Not whether they're black enough or whether they're too white or any of those questions. It should be down to what he's voted for.
Yeah.
How he relates to people and how he can pull people together.
And the other interesting thing is Giuliani. I think he's starting to read his own press clippings, and this may be true. It's kind of like when Muhammad Ali said it, he would have said. But Giuliani said, "I'm probably one of the 4 or 5 best-known Americans in the world."
Oh. Oh. Wow. I'm thinking Trump would be up there. Maybe the president himself even.
Maybe.
Clinton definitely would be up there.
Yeah.
Both Hillary and Bill. We should be.
Yeah.
But we're not.
We're not. Yeah, we're not. Other little things on kind of national stuff, and this was from a couple days ago that I thought was kind of interesting. How should we say this?
I don't know.
Okay.
How should we say this?
One of the newer drones that they sent over, one of the armed drones, recorded its first kill a couple days ago.
Yes.
Basically, they spotted some guys burying a roadside bomb and took them out.
Ah.
With the new, they're not the Predators, but these are the ones that are the armed. Basically, they're just a little, I guess, similar, if you're thinking of how, similar to like an A-10 Warthog, only remote control.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
an
interesting little wrinkle on the situation now.
Yeah, really is. Yeah, a little interesting wrinkle to where
our war weapons are actually
remote
more
control.
advanced
So
than we all
if
thought
you want
they
to
were.
be, if you want to really make it in the army of the future, those video games, play them like mad.
That's right. That's right.
Because that's
the way war is going.
That's it. Well, I guess we're winding down on time.
We are winding down in time.
All right.
Also, apparently, Brittany has been asked to provide a drug and alcohol test.
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
I mean, twice a week.
And that's part of the divorce proceedings.
And the official press release from the county is up on the site. So if you want to look at that for the new CAO stuff on thepinetree.net. And we thank you very much. We thank you for stopping by. We thank you for all the kind comments you've made on the news and some constructive
criticism as well. Now remember, outgoing CAO Tom Mitchell will be in the office until the 29th.
Yes,
September.
he will be in his office. That was probably his last meeting.
That's right.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.